Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Final Fantasy VII. And the reason why I want to talk about Final Fantasy VII is because, as you guys know, I'm a fan of Final Fantasy VII, the original one, remake, rebirth. Only played a little bit of rebirth. Right now I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, loving Final Fantasy 16. I think Final Fantasy 16 is amazing, but I gotta ask Square and just the Final Fantasy franchise in general. What's up with the fucking hatred of crystals? Oh god, like have y'all noticed like in a lot of the Final Fantasy games, the it's always some bullshit with crystals that either it has magic or is something involved with the the summonings and all that kind of shit. I don't know. It just feels like they hate fucking crystals. What did crystals do to y'all, Square Enix? What did crystals do to y'all? But anyway, um, the reason why I want to bring it up because a lot is because of Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, and so one of the a director. I forgot. It's not Tetsuya Nomura, but it's the person who did Rebirth. I believe directed the Rebirth or whatever. And he was talking about how he didn't want people to mod the characters or whatever and stuff like that. And I have to. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think that with Ever Crisis and um the director saying about the mod stuff, I think what Square Enix could do if you want to milk off the property a little bit is that you take what you do with Ever Crisis and create downloadable content for Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth. That's how I look at it. That's how I feel should be. Because think about it, Ever Crisis. Not only do you get a new story with Zethroth, which that should have been probably added to Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. When they did the remake, that should have been added to them. If you ask me, that's just my personal opinion on that situation. Um, but they also have a lot of times where the characters are wearing different costumes and skins throughout Final Fantasy VII. I mean, to celebrate whatever. And I was thinking like, okay, great, but how come Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth don't have these costumes, these same costumes that are on the mobile game? Because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people aren't playing the mobile game, but what I'm saying with like PC and consoles, especially since you're complaining about, oh, I don't want PC to be modding the characters in a sexual manner, which I get because you don't want to see your characters like that. But y'all not doing much. Like the fact that this is a modern update and there's no ability to change costumes while you're out and about in the world. I feel like maybe like once you beat the game or whatever and you do like a new game plus or something, you should be, or just in general, if y'all when characters change clothes or whatever, let them, you know what I'm saying, like Final Fantasy 15, 10 to, they had costumes, let let let's have some wacky silly downloadable content for Final Fantasy remake and rebirth, costumes for the characters. And I'm not talking about, oh, let's just have it just this special moment. No, no, no. Constantly have some stuff. I would love to play in the Advocate Children costumes that the characters wore. That'll be really fun. I saw this little cool winter theme that the characters had from Ever Crisis. Why that's not there? You hear what I'm saying? I even saw a collaboration. What I think it was Sword Art Online, or it was another game that I saw with Final Fantasy VII characters wearing costumes or whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself like, that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? And then Ever Crisis is also adding new story content that wasn't in the remake or rebirth. You hear what I'm saying? So why don't you take some of that and add it, patch that into the console? You get what the console and the PC. You get what I'm saying? Um, I'm just saying it just because I feel like you can't get mad that customers want more from y'all, and then you want to try to censor it or get mad that people are making mods. Okay, y'all know that Tifa and Eric are some of the most beautiful characters in video game history, and they're some of the most iconic female characters in the Final Fantasy franchise. Why the hell y'all don't have no different costumes for them to wear throughout the game? I'm talking about that you can play as, not just special moments where the costume. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like as actual costumes that we can put on or whatever. Yes, put revealing costumes on, put unrealistic costumes on. You know what I mean? Let's have fun with the game. It's already there. Because like I said, I've seen y'all do it with Ever Crisis, where the characters are wearing these beautiful costumes, but these costumes are only available for mobile. You know what I mean? And I guess they might do it later on, but I feel like, don't you want to make money off of Final Fantasy VII as much as you can? Why not have the costumes in there? You know what I mean? Like, and the reason why I'm saying it is because Marvel Rivals showed you that if you put a costume in a game that people love, they're gonna buy it. You get what I'm saying? So think about it. Like while y'all trying to censor or cover up Tifa or whatever, okay, let that be for the main storyline, but give me the option of letting Tifa wear a more revealing costume or whatever. You get what I mean? Let me have that option. Give me that option to buy the skin for it, because I'll buy the skin for it, you know, and you'll get money from it, and I'll play more Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, right? It's a win-win situation if you ask me. But getting mad that people are modding or whatever is kind of dumb. And then now y'all also trying to like do like this censorship kind of thing with Square Enix is kind of weird. It's just like, you know, banning customers if they have inappropriate with customer service or whatever and stuff like that, to tend to ban your account or ban you from buying games or whatever because you said something that they don't agree with or whatever, so they feel like that's harassment. Y'all gotta stop, Square Enix. I'm trying to right now. This is Final Fantasy VII video. Really, other people already discussed that one. I'm not really going to discuss it because I think it's dumb. Y'all already know I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb to put any kind of censorship over there because what is happening is we know it's the western side of Square Enix, and we know it's criticism of like recently y'all been changing shit that y'all shouldn't be changing, adding things into stuff that you ain't supposed to be adding into it, patching a game and or censoring a game afterwards. It's kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, y'all ain't thinking about sensibilities. Y'all never were, and that's why your games and whatever was good because you didn't think of censorship. You didn't think about trying to sugarcoat it for the American audience. You made what you made. We liked it. We liked it the way it was, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I understand some people are upset about remake and rebirth doing its own thing, but let's be honest, they never told y'all that they were making a 1-to-1. Remember, like I always tell people, remake is never a 1-to-1. Remaster is a 1-to-1. Now, what we should have been asking for is a Final Fantasy VII remastered. No, we asked for Final Fantasy VII remake. You get what I'm saying? So everybody that's upset about, well, they made this and they did that. Yes, what do you think a remake is? I've played plenty of remakes where it is never a 1-to-1 at all. Now, I play remasters, and remasters are usually 1 to 1, just with better graphics. That's usually what it is. But, hey, like I said, we can go over in circles about that shit. But what I'm saying is that you got Final Fantasy VII remake, and you got Final Fantasy VII rebirth. You got Ever Crisis, and you got Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Start adding some downloadable content to those games that'll make keep them in the culture zeitgeist, and that y'all can make some money off of. Don't overly charge. $10 is enough. $10 is enough to get several things. Like if we're talking about, okay, so like if you do a downloadable content, let's say you do Cloud, Tifa, no, let's say you do the winter looks for all the characters. Bam, that's $10. That's it. That's all they get right there. Maybe winter themed weapons if you want to. And I think if they need winter themed weapons, you make that probably about like $3 or something like that. Bam, there you go. You got downloadable content. Um, let's say you want to expand on that Yuffie downloadable content, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or make it replayable. Okay, great. You make it replayable, but now you play as the guy. I forgot his name. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Bam, there you go. You know what I'm saying? With Final Fantasy Crisis Core, how about we play as Angeal or Genesis or Zetaroth himself? You get what I mean? Or take the young Zethroth story and let that be downloadable content for Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. You get what I mean? Like we got to do a little bit of something, something, you know, just to keep the culture zeitgeist for Final Fantasy VII in there. I understand some people are, like I said, are upset, but I was just thinking about it because I was just like, damn, they have all of this content, but it's restricted to the mobile side instead of putting it on the consoles. And then they get mad when the PC modders do certain things or add things that they didn't want them to add to the game. But it's just like they're gonna add what they're gonna add. That's understandable. But what I'm saying is with the console users or whatever, give them a little bit what they want. You know what I'm saying? If you keep them happy, you know what I mean? Like if you do a little bit of things without doing censorship, you'll be fine. You get what I mean? Put some provocative costumes for the characters on there. Let that be downloadable content. You don't have to promote it or anything, but let that be downloadable content. Or let that be a costume you unlock after doing this. Like, oh, you did 100 dolphin kicks with Tifa. Now you unlock the dolphin costume or something like that. And it's like this cute little dolphin outfit, but it's kind of revealing or whatever, and it kind of shows off Tifa's body. Do something like that. Like you need to do a little bit more with the game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.